on now to video number 2. We're going to be answering a viewer question. So this viewer question, I hope it's okay with me saying the person who asked the question. It's Jamie Irwin who, so I'm going to answer his question because he left a comment on one of my videos. And the question was, if you ever had a chance to travel, where would you go? Okay. I would probably want to return to Devon because I have fond memories of going on holiday there every summer as a child. My family and I always stayed at Clifford Bridge caravan site, which is between Exeter and Morecambe Hampstead in the Dartmoor National Park, and that's where we went every year for our summer holidays. I'd say from the age of about 2, 3 until I was sort of 9. That's where we went every single summer, so obviously all through my most formative childhood memories are with that place. And they are really good memories. I enjoyed being out in nature, and I have memories of bracken, heather on the moors, woodland river walks to a pub called Fingall's Bridge, where we always had chips, fresh scones with cream and jam, and a morning swim in a caravan site's open-air swimming pool. I always wore my pink armbands that my dad blew up for me, and I loved to swim to the deep end of the pool, get out, and run on my toes back to the shallow end, endlessly repeat. That was great fun. I remember that with great affection. I always got excited after our long country walks, where we walked down the steep road and I could see the dark blue of the caravan site's pool through the green of the trees. While my parents prepared dinner, I played on the swings and on an old disused tractor. I can still remember, as if it were yesterday, the sun-warmed seat and the huge leather-clad wheel that I turned as I pretended to drive the tractor. There was actually 2 of these pretend tractors, and my brother usually, if no other kids were on it at the time, my brother would get on the other one. We both try and pretend to drive it through the countryside. The smells and sights of the Devonshire countryside have stayed with me. The honeysuckle and meadow sweet, the foxgloves and bracken, the cattle grids that I love to walk across. So the happy days of my life really were spent in Devon. I mean, obviously this was only 2 weeks out of every year. 3 weeks on one occasion when I had an extra long summer holiday. I was also lucky because my parents took my brother and I out of school a week early. I don't think our parents have so much licence and liberty to do that in these straightened times. Back when I was at primary school, things were a lot more lax and parents could take their kids out a week early without much hassle if they wanted to. So we were lucky because we actually had 7 weeks holiday. Most kids only got 6. I think on 1 year we even had 8 weeks holiday because my parents took us out even 2 weeks early. It's really good. I would tend to send a postcard back to school. I was feeling a little bit kind of like, ooh, I'm so lucky. I've got to get an extra week on holiday. Well, these poor kids are still at school. Haha. Yeah, I remember that when we were in Morecambe Hampstead, seeing these kids, still at school, going to use one of the swimming pools there while we were waiting for a bus. And I felt so good because I was on holiday and they still had to go to school. Yeah. In terms of new places, if I could overcome my fear of travelling far away from home, I'd love to visit Sweden because I think it's a beautiful country, and I mean it's not too far to get to from the UK, or basically anywhere in Scandinavia for that matter. That's home of hygge. If you go around in sort of winter time, it's very hyggelig, I think it's the word over there, with log fires burning, lots of candles, they're really into their cake, and just everything's really cosy. And I know their summers are really short but quite intense, and I just think it's a really beautiful place to go. So yeah, that would be somewhere where I'd like to go if I could get over my fear of travelling far afield. I have already been to France, but only once. I went on a school French exchange. Maybe go to France again, possibly, but I think Scandinavia, just because, I don't know, it's just somewhere I'd really like to go to. But I do like the food in France. Closer to home, I would like to visit Dorset. So far I've only been to Poole and Brownsea Island, and that was enjoyable. But I would like to explore Dorset further because I think that's a really, really pretty, beautiful part of UK. Sort of, rolling green fields. So I hope that answers your question. Do let me know where you enjoy travelling in the comments box below, and feel free to ask me any more questions. Just to mention before I close, this week is Autism Awareness Week. I have uploaded a video already where I give my message, but if you have anything you'd like me to talk about in terms of autism, do please also let me know in the box below. Finally, the other day, I went out with my support worker. We went for a little walk down to for nearby Home Sense. Just bear with me. And I bought this. I bought a few other things, but I'll just show you this for now. It's a chocolate pasta. I came across this in Home Sense. I was quite intrigued to discover it. Chocolate butterflies. All it contains is the wheat semolina and chocolate powder. So I'm going to be really... I don't know if any of you have tried chocolate pasta before, but I'm really looking forward to trying that. So that was good. And just before I forget, because knowing me I will if I don't mention it now, Wob Rudge Vlogs UK has asked me if I could highlight his autism video called A Bit About My Life Living with Autism. It's a good, insightful video which I enjoyed watching. So I had left a comment on this video. I related to the bit where he says he feels like a child in an adult body because despite being 31, it's like, what? How could I possibly be 31? Like, how did that happen? And seriously, I just do not feel that age at all. I seriously feel about 12. And I can be quite childlike in my emotions and energy. I do not feel like an adult, whatever an adult is meant to be. I am not one. So yes, I'll post a link to this video below because so you can check it out as well because I thought it was a good video. So thanks for that, Rob. Just to let you know, I think you asked if we could meet up or something. Just to let you know that I don't want to do that just because, like, obviously, like, I have to be very aware of my safety and stuff. Like, I'm sure you're really nice and genuine, but obviously I don't know you. The internet, you know, it contains lots of different people, so I have to be aware of my safety. So just to say no to that, I'm afraid I can't meet you in person, but I can engage with you online. So if you want, you know, so that's all fine. But I just wanted to make that clear that I'm not meeting anyone in person because, you know, I have to be aware of my safety and things like that. But anyhow, so I thank you for watching this video, and I very much look forward to speaking to you all next week. So thank you for watching.